From Peoria, VideoMax Limited presents Midstate Magazine with your hosts, Lauren Rapsiak and Joey Fenn. The Midstate News with Matt Wedderston and Ashley Cassie with the Midstate Reporting Team. The Sporting Life with Lace Felty. State of the Arts with Kate Heepke. Ariana Barrett takes it to the streets, and Greg Toth takes us about town. Pasta Mangiare with Joanna Maggio. In Need with Morgan Haywood, and Dawn Hodorowski brings us Spiritual Sabbath. At the Movies with Vanessa Strickland. And now from America's friendliest city, Midstate Magazine with your hosts, Joey Fandel and Lauren Rapsiak. Take it away, kids!
Hello, and welcome to Midstate Magazine.
Hey Joey, how you doing today?
I'm pretty good, Lauren. I can't complain. How about you?
I'm doing just fine, enjoying the sun. Awesome.
Yeah, it's a nice day out.
And we have Dallas with us, and
Yes,
it's
we
going to
do.
be a great show. So
I think so.
You're looking pretty good. I like the blazer plaid
Really?
combo. Yeah.
I don't know. I just kind of threw this on before I came here today. Just kind of, oh, I got a television show to do.
I think you did a good job. It's an interesting contrast. I'm a fan. Me personally, I got this skirt for $5.
$5?
Just because of that, I'm in a great mood today.
Because of your $5 skirt?
Yeah, when you save
Yeah?
money and you look good.
Right, yeah.
I love
That's
to
always
shop.
good. Do you really?
Yeah.
I mean, is it because you're a girl? Because there's that. I don't want to stereotype,
That
but
is a stereotype.
most of the girls I know love to shop.
Yeah, I guess I'm part of the stereotype, though. I can't blame you. I do love shopping. I love going to the mall. How about you?
I actually love shopping too. I love buying things for myself. But I guess I'm kind of like a girl when it comes to shopping, because I'll go with like my mom, and I'll try on things in the dressing room, and she'll be outside like yelling, "Let me see, let me see. Do the pants fit?" And I'll have to come outside and be like,
Do a little runway show for your
Then
mother.
the people that are shopping the store, they come by and they see me, you know,
And there's
like holding out
applause,
my
like, all
pants
right,
to see if they fit.
At least you're not a girl. When you're a girl, see, my mother, she tries to come into the dressing room with me.
Yeah.
And then she'll make sure the pants aren't too tight and make sure the shirt's not
Right,
going too low. And at least you have to voluntarily step out to see your parents. Mine want to stay there, be right there in the action.
I think it's the gender thing. I think that's like a female thing. I just go with my mom. If I went shopping with my dad, he probably wouldn't come into the dressing room with me.
I hope not.
Yeah.
You know, guys drive their trucks and stuff like that.
Bathe in motor oil.
Not into shopping.
No, not at all.
But we're into news, and it's time for news with Ashley and Matt.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Midstate News. I'm Matt Wedderston.
And I'm Ashley Cassie. In local news, the rumors have been swirling, and now it's official. Peoria's first Krispy Kreme donut shop will open sometime this summer. Construction was on hold for the winter months, leading some to believe the project had been called off. The official opening date will not be known until work crews begin construction. Officials hope to start construction again next month. The shop will be located at the corner of Glen and War Memorial Drive on the old Jubilee Cafe lot.
A local Pekin native has created the first national directory devoted exclusively to magazines. Kathy Miller Beers operates Magazine Yellow Page, a listing of 500 of the nation's top magazines. The first edition of the directory was launched late last year. Magazine Yellow Pages were distributed along with traditional Yellow Book phone directories in 16 cities. These cities were chosen because they had a high concentration of magazine lovers. Distribution of the premiere issue will continue through the year to select cities. The directory can also be found online.
Recent changes in the Medicare program may mean higher costs for area senior citizens. With more on the story, we go now to Midstate reporter Stephanie Watson.
Hi, this is Stephanie with Midstate Magazine. Today, we're here at Lutheran Home Medical Health Center interviewing Linda Curry and Jennifer Henderson to find out just how the increase in the Medicare program and prescription drugs affect Medicare facilities.
There are medications that are covered under Medicare, and there are some that aren't. The ones that are covered will still be paid for, even with the increase, but the ones that are not covered, the home is responsible for covering those medications.
Jackie Henderson explains what her role is at the nursing home and what MDS stands for.
Minimum data set. It's a federally mandated assessment process for residents, and it also involves setting up care plans, identifying problems and goals.
Even though Medicare is being raised, Jackie explains why there won't be a decrease in patients.
Because, you know, there's still going to be sick, elderly people going to the hospitals and needing some place to recuperate, you know, after their spell of illness. And so I feel like, you know, they will be coming to long-term care facilities, maybe just not able to stay as long.
Patients may not stay long, but they will still get the care they deserve. At Lutheran Home Nursing Center, this has been Stephanie Watson, reporting for Midstate.
Thanks, Stephanie. A new tax increase on tobacco products has some in central Illinois worried. Critics of the 75% tax increase believe that smokers will buy cheaper cigarettes via the internet or, if they live along state borders, from neighboring states. Governor Rod Blagojevich believes the increase will raise the $150 million Illinois needs for health care and road repairs. The cigarette tax is one of several parts of a proposed budget Blagojevich announced last month. The governor also proposed a new state pension system and reallocation of funds to pay for education.
In this week's Oddly Enough, our subject may have survived 2 world wars and prohibition, and now he's barely survived dinner. His name is Bubba. He's a 22-pound lobster who was caught off the coast of Massachusetts. Based on how long it typically takes a lobster to reach eating size, Bubba may be 100 years old. People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals is requesting that Bubba be released back into the ocean. Another group, calling itself People for Eating Tasty Animals, reportedly offered over $300 for Bubba. As yet, Bubba is at the Pittsburgh Aquarium and will likely be transferred to a Ripley's Believe It or Not museum. 22-pound lobster. How much do you think that would cost, Matt?
I don't know, but it's enough to probably feed an army, I could only imagine.
I would think so. Well, that's it for this week's edition of Midstate News. I'm Ashley C.
And I'm Matt Wedderston. Lauren and Joey, back to you guys.
Thanks, Ashley and Matt.
That was great. There was an article about magazines. Now, I haven't subscribed to any magazines recently. It's kind of a college busy thing, but do you, or have you ever?
My mom's a beautician, so like magazines used to send their stuff to her so that, you know, they would get their little advertisements and people waiting to get their hair cut could sit down and read the magazines. So we would get a lot of really cool magazines. Like 70% of them were hair magazines, but we would get like Entertainment Weekly and like Us and People. So yeah, I guess I didn't subscribe, but I just got magazines in the mail, and then they stopped. Entertainment Weekly stopped sending them one day. That was a sad day.
That's really the only interesting one I think there ever is at my beautician. It's a real shame.
Yeah, I hate those hair I have like, there must be like 5,000 of those upstairs in my house.
There's only so much you can talk about hair, and yet issue after issue after issue comes out. You know, when I was a kid, I'm kind of a closet nerd. I actually got subscribed to Nintendo Power, which is about video games, and it was
obviously
probably the weirdest, most offbeat magazine ever. But
well, why would it be weird? It's just about video games.
I know, but people are so obsessive. Like they write in, you know, this is the secret code to this game, and this is why it's the best game in the entire world.
You might be insulting some people out in the land of television that play video games.
I love video games. I love video games, but I don't think I need a magazine about it anymore.
We'll talk later about that.
But now it's time for the Street Team with Ariana.
What celebrities are sophisticated and trashy? Kelly Osbourne.
Trashy.
Why?
Just because it seems like she uses her dad as something to get herself in life somewhere, I guess.
Jack Osbourne. Do you think sophisticated or trashy?
Jack Osbourne's definitely trashy.
Why do you say that?
Well, he doesn't have like talent like his dad does. He just got his name because of his dad.
Jessica and Nick Lachey, do you think they're sophisticated or trashy?
I think they're a combination.
Why?
Because, I mean, she's acting like she's so stupid, and then he's acting like he's just the quiet standby guy. I mean, neither of that is sophisticated or trashy. You know, it's kind of like a combination.
Ashley Simpson's performance, what do you think of, sophisticated or trashy?
Trash.
Why?
There's no performance. There's a lot of jumping around and a lot of screaming. I think that her singing is all studio and no live performance.
Britney Spears.
Trashy, definitely.
Why?
I think she puts a bad portrayal for young kids, showing her belly, you know, acting seductive.
because the young kids model her and they think they should act that way, and I don't think they should.
Brittany, I think, is trashy.
And why?
She doesn't ever hardly have any clothes on. I don't like that.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, do you think sophisticated or trashy?
I'd say sophisticated.
Why?
Just because he's, done something with himself. He's not only a movie star, but he's gone on to do other things.
Bill Clinton.
I'm gonna have to go with clever.
Well, you heard it here first. Who's classy and who's trashy in the world of celebrities? This is Ariana Barrett signing off for Midstate Magazine.
Thanks, Ariana. Great job.
Yeah.
So that was all about celebrities, and they highlighted a lot of the, secondary, like Ashley Simpson, whose big sister got big first, and now she's a celebrity. I never liked that about celebrities. They always seem to be riding other people's coattails.
That's true. That's true. There's a lot of that. I think that's a lot of like Hollywood. There's just a lot of,
A lot of undermining.
Yeah. I've never been, but I read things. Like I said, I got Entertainment
Weekly.
I'm like, ooh, that's interesting.
But when I was a kid, all my friends had those magazines like Tiger Beat, and they were all the fold-out pictures of the Backstreet
like
Boys.
JTT and.
Oh, Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Mm-hmm. No. I can't say I got any of those magazines.
I hope not. I never even was into those. I thought celebrity worship was just not. I was always a realist when I was a kid. Like, you know what? You're not going to marry Justin Timberlake, and you really need to come to terms with that.
I actually did. I had a crush on Alicia Silverstone during that period in the 90s. Now it's Kate Beckinsale. I'm going to marry her. If you're watching, Kate.
I'm sure she is watching Midstate Magazine, and she's going, oh, Joey, we will be together someday.
Of course she's watching this cable access show in Peoria, Illinois.
But
why not?
I think most of the celebrities highlighted in that piece were trashy, but that's just me. It's time to go to In Need with Morgan.
Hi, Morgan here for In Need, and this week we checked out Friendship House, a local not-for-profit organization dedicated to helping people. We spoke with Betty Minson, the Director of Emergency Services. She told us a little bit more about what Friendship House does for the community.
Help people in need. We're a community center. It's kind of a safe haven for the people here on the north side. We have emergency food services. We have rent utility programs. We have programs for children, for seniors.
Friendship House also takes open donations for some unusual items.
Yes, we take clothing, household items, Dress for Success items, take in cars.
Okay.
People donate vehicles.
The times that you can volunteer at the Friendship House are typical business hours, and they will try to get you plugged into something that you enjoy.
Because, if somebody has the interest to come down, we don't want them just kind of standing there, with nothing to do, so we want to make sure that we have something, and that it's something that they're interested in.
Friendship House is also in need of Spanish-speaking bilingual translators and teachers. It is a great way to practice your Spanish as well as help others. Friendship House is also looking for a computer skills teacher. You don't have to have a degree to help out and help others learn. There are a lot of ways to get involved at the Friendship House.
We have everything from computer classes to needs with landscaping in the summertime. We need people to help with the computer lab, answer telephones, help in thrift closet, help in the food pantry. So there's many different ways that a person can be involved.
If you'd like to volunteer at the Friendship House, you can call 309-671-5200 or stop by. They're located at 800 Northeast Madison in Peoria. Back to you, Lauren and Joey.
Thank you, Morgan.
The Friendship House sounds like a great cause. It really does.
Yeah, it does. I think so.
I heard them mention Dress for Success items. Are you familiar with that?
No, I'm not. Tell me about it.
Well, Dress for Success is when people can donate business suits or formal attire for people who might not otherwise be able to afford it themselves, and thus they can wear them to job interviews.
Like my blazer today.
Like your blazer
I
today.
got this at Goodwill, actually, for like $3. It's not the same program, but...
You beat my dress for $5.
We're wearing some cheap clothes right now.
But anyway, they can have job interviews, and then they can have then they get into professions and they can make the money themselves. And I think it's a really good program, don't you?
Yeah, sounds like it. Definitely. Job, those interviewers, they want the dress. I have this one friend, I probably shouldn't say this because he might watch this, but he wears like jeans and sneakers to job interviews, and he's unemployed. And so
I've never actually had a job interview.
Really?
I've worked for like 3 summers at this place called National Forwarding Company, but it's my mom's workplace. And I just kind of got a foot in the door
The
and
connection.
didn't have to ever interview. So I'm really worried what happens when I have to do it for the first time.
I've done it a few times, and it's not pretty. Yeah, there's a little nervousness involved there. I work at Barnes & Noble, and that wasn't a fun interview. Let's go to Joanna with Boston Manjari.
This actually used to be a drive-up. The property was bought by Mr. Jumer, and the hotel actually came after. This property went through some minor renovations and really needed to make a major renovation. Part of that major renovation was taking on the Radisson franchise name.
This is Travis Molenbrink. He is the food and beverage director as well as the catering director at the Radisson restaurant.
We've brought a lot more people into the hotel, which in turn drives the business here in the restaurant. We have a new chef by the name of Rodney Rivers. He has just done a tremendous job with our menu, which him and I worked very hard to change from a mostly German-themed restaurant in food into more of an Americanized plate. We cater to our guests 100%. I think the thing that separates us is our service. Restaurants open every day at 6 a.m. and we close every evening at 10 p.m. We're open 7 days a week. We're open during all major holidays, which kind of gives us an edge over a lot of places which do close down on Christmas and certain holidays. Having a hotel attached to us, we do quite well on those days.
With another segment of Let's Eat, I'm Joanna Maggio.
Thank you so much, Joanna. I thought that restaurant looked amazing.
Yeah, I was there a couple times when it was Jumer's, and
really?
it
I've
was
never
delicious.
been there.
Oh yeah, it's really cool inside.
They said they're open at 6 in the morning and on holidays. I'd love to go there for like an Easter dinner or something.
See, like we were talking about jobs earlier. That's like the really bad part of being in the workforce is when you work for a place that's open on holidays. Like I work for Barnes & Noble, and that's
you have to go in.
I have to go in. They're open all the time except for Christmas, and it's not fun.
Ouch. You know, one of my favorite restaurants back in Chicagoland, they actually closed it, but there's still one in the downtown area. There used to be one in Westchester, which is my little town. Yeah. And it was called Pazzo's, and it's an Italian restaurant. And
was that little accent at the end of that you put there, Pazzo's?
P-A-Z-Z-O apostrophe S, Italian kind of accent.
That was
there.
nice.
Thank you. But they had the best chicken Alfredo pasta in the entire world.
Oh yeah.
But they also had live opera singing.
Like, at the restaurant while you're trying to eat your food?
Yes, all the waiters, if you wanted to be a waiter there, you had to have a vocal audition.
Oh, wow.
And you had to go and sing. And so all of the waiters would grab mics after giving you your food and just rock out. And it was so amazing.
That sounds really cool. That's in Chicago?
Yeah, there's one in the Chicagoland area. There used to be one in my town, but...
That's really cool.
It's time for Spiritual Savvy with Dawn.
People with the gospel of Jesus Christ, so his life may be seen in their life, is a quote that is shared by members of St. Paul Baptist Church. I had the pleasure of interviewing Reverend Hubbard about his church and the Baptist faith.
It's my firm belief, one, because of personal conviction, two, because of the scriptures, that God can change the life of anyone. And I see that as our calling as a church in this community.
Reverend Hubbard believes that God can change the life of anyone.
The people who are members of our congregation have a clear line where they can distinguish and say, this is my life before I surrendered to Christ. and here's my life after I surrendered to Christ. And the two are drastically different.
Modeling the change of Christ in our daily activities is essential.
It's not just a Sunday belief that we have that lives can be changed, but it's every day as we go to work, as we live our lives. We're modeling the change. We're encouraging the change and sharing how the change takes place.
Reverend Hubbard believes that having a relationship with Christ is very important.
Your relationship with God it's the bottom line of everything. So if you never visit St. Paul, if you never encounter any of the members of St. Paul or anything like that, if you can enter into a relationship with Jesus Christ and just become a servant of Him, and your life would be drastically different. You'll never regret it.
This is Dawn Hodorowski, Spiritual Savvy. Back to you in the studio.
Wow, Dawn, that looked really great.
That music was awesome. I love that. They never had that in like the churches I went to growing up. I was raised Catholic, and I went to a Catholic school when I was really young. And they never had that. They had donuts afterwards, and that kept me going for a while. But never like any cool music like that.
It doesn't compare to the in the ceremony, just, you know.
Yeah. I might go out after this and find a church where they do. Maybe I'll go to that one, and I don't know. That might be kind of cool to get, going with the.
I was raised Catholic too,
Yeah.
and nobody liked my church because it was a very modern building, and the stereotypical church has, huge stained glass windows and statues and just glass and light, and it was a very it was modern architecture, and it was all gray and slate on the inside.
That's a no-go on churches.
And
You
it
gotta.
was just spikes of gray and gray bricks, and it kind of, when I was little, I kind of thought it was very prison-like.
Did you have the gospel music?
Not at all, and we didn't even have any. It was just so bland, and there was one stained glass window high up in one corner. That was all there was. And it was, it's my belief that if you go to church, you should get really into it and really be inspired. And the atmosphere was just sort of very docile, and
it wasn't promoting that need.
And we didn't even get donuts at the end.
No.
And now it's time for State of the Arts with Kate.
Welcome to State of the Arts. I'm Kate. This week we have a performance from Bradley University's chorale. And right now we have President Jesse Dunnan. Hi, Jesse.
Hi, Kate.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us.
So how was the chorale formed?
The chorale was founded by John Davis a long time ago, and we still hold a festival every year in honor of him. And he still comes and visits, although he's getting a little older these days. It's still nice to have him come and see us.
How many members are in the chorale?
Right now there's about 50 members, and it usually stays around that every year.
Cool. And what kind of stuff do you guys perform?
We sing everything from classical pieces to contemporary pieces, and this year we're actually singing a song arranged by Dr. Jost. So every style, everything that sounds good, basically, is what we sing.
Great. Where do you guys perform?
We perform a lot at Dingledine, which is on Bradley's campus. We also sing throughout the community, and occasionally we go on tour. Last year we went to Denmark for 10 days, performed over there in a lot of churches, and this year we're heading to Washington, D.C. and making a few stops along the way to perform in churches as well as the National Cathedral in D.C.
Well, great. So when you go, do you stay with houses? Like, do you stay with people in the community, or do you stay in hotels?
Well, that's one of the, I guess, scary things about tour is to save money, we usually stay with people that we perform for. Mostly they're from churches, and usually it's a pretty good stay. Occasionally we'll get a millionaire to stay with, which is really fun, but usually we have a pretty good time staying with the homestays, we call them.
Well, great. Thank you. And right now we'll have a performance of the chorale, an arrangement by Dr. John Yost, and it is called We Will Arise.
Come ye sinners, poor and needy, weak and wounded, sick and sore, Jesus ready stands to save you.
to Jesus, He will embrace me in His arms, in the arms of my dear Savior. Oh, there are 10,000 charms. Come, ye weary, heavy laden, lost and ruined by the fall. If you tarry till you're better, you will never come at all. I will arise and go to Jesus. He will embrace me in His arms, in His arms. Oh, there are 10,000 charms. Oh, there are 10,000 charms. 10,000 charms.
Thank you very much, Kate. That was amazing.
That was amazing.
I love the chorale. I actually
Wow.
know personally some people in it, and I've even
Mhm.
seen pictures from their trip to Denmark.
Denmark?
Great stuff. Great
They
stuff.
went to Denmark.
Yeah, they said that in the news.
Oh,
In the
really?
piece beforehand.
Yeah,
yeah. They sang at churches and toured, and it was really cool. I love the people in chorale.
Wish
But
I could go to Denmark.
me too. I've never even seen the ocean.
I can only dream.
Oh.
Yeah. You've never seen the ocean. What are you talking about? Everyone has seen the ocean.
Not me. No ocean, no mountains, and I've never been out of the country. What can I say?
No, I've seen I haven't seen mountains. Well, I've seen big hills that lead into mountains.
Well, that's almost just as good.
I guess.
I love singers, though. I think people who sing are so talented. And
Yeah.
I think guys who sing are pretty hot, between you and me.
If I try to raise my voice just a little, it cracks immediately. This is my level. I can't go anywhere above or below, or else it's a mess.
You know, who was a really talented singer was Frank Sinatra.
Oh, yeah.
Very classy.
I love Sinatra.
Crooner. Oh,
The
you
Rat Pack, all those guys.
that was such a cool era.
That was. I wish I could go back, like get in a time machine and travel back to that time, just like smoke all the time and like play pool.
And sing songs.
And sing.
But
and
as
you
of
have the
now,
little martini glass.
all we've got is Midstate. And we are signing off. I'm Lauren Rapsiak. This
I'm
is
Joey
Joey.
Fondle.
And we'll see you later.